2016 has been a great year for PC gaming. So far, we've got new titles like Overwatch, excellent sequels like XCOM 2, and amazing expansions like The Witcher 3's Blood and Wine. But with even more awesome new titles like Battlefield 1, Mass Effect Andromeda, and Titanfall 2 coming up, it may be worth examining what kind of rig we would need to run these new titles. While some PC gamers may be rocking a GTX 1080 and an i7 6700K, most gamers are very restricted by their budget when it comes to selecting their gaming components. For this video, we will try to determine the components you would need to be able to play the latest games at 1080p and 60fps and build a gaming system that will only cost $500. Building a system at $500 is all about making compromises, and one of the major choices we would have to make is whether to go for balanced performance or raw gaming performance. Since our aim is to build a gaming system, then this build will be all about pushing the maximum pixels. So, unlike a normal build, the first thing we have to consider would be the graphics card. Coming in at over 40% of our total budget is the Radeon RX470 Nitro from Sapphire. At $200, this card will allow you to hit 60 FPS in most new titles. It also offers an extra 1GB of VRAM over the competing 3GB GTX 1060, which should make it slightly more future-proof, especially as Vulkan and DX12 becomes more widely adopted. And when it comes to budget builds, future-proofing is everything. Speaking of future upgrade path, our CPU choice falls down to the i3-6100. Going for the Skylake i3 allows you to upgrade to the upcoming Kaby Lake i5 or i7 at a later date. And with 2 cores and 4 threads, this particular i3 is no slouch either. In gaming, the i3-6100 has been proven to be superior compared to anything in its price range at around $110. Now that the two most important components are out of the way, leaving us just $180 left, it's time to make some major compromises. First up will be the selection of motherboard. And by selection, I mean going for the lowest end chipset available for the LGA 1151 socket. Our choice falls to the MSI H110M Pro VD, which gives you everything you need for single card gaming such as PCIe 3.0, USB 3.0, and a pair of DDR4 sockets. But it also leaves out the more fancy modern features such as M.2, PCIe SSDs, or even RGB LED if you're into that sort of thing. These features are available only on higher-end H170 and Z170 motherboards. But at $53, this is all the motherboard we will be needing. When it comes to memory, most modern gaming PCs will require at least 8GB. Going for the single-stick 8GB Avexir core memory leaves you room to upgrade to a 16GB configuration at a later date, and it only costs $32. Storage presents a major problem. Going for a $200 graphics card basically means sacrificing an SSD, something that many people may consider essential these days. But this $36 Seagate Barracuda gives you 320GB of storage, more than plenty for your Steam library, and you can always add an SSD at a later date. As for power supply, once again it's all about compromises, meaning no fully modular 80+ gold selection here. Thankfully, our selected components will require no more than 400 watts of power, so an EVGA 430W 80+ unit or a Be Quiet System Power 8 400W should suffice. And finally, our case selection is the last major compromise we will have to make, but thankfully our choices here aren't very limited. At $50, the Corsair Carbide 88R is an excellent compact case giving you front USB 3, side window to show off our flashy memory sticks, and a solid build quality. So, we've proven that at around $500 you can in fact build a gaming PC capable of handling the newest titles at 1080p, and also leaving you plenty of room for an upgrade later on. What component would you have picked differently? Let us know in the comments below, and as usual, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Reza with Chris Tech. See you next time.